Hello, one and all. This is Nerdcraft here, bringing you a ladder game here from the Korean ladder, spawning on the upper right-hand corner of the xel'naga Tower, or xel'naga Tower. Damn, that'd be an interesting map of the xel'naga Cavern. Is going to be, I should know how to pronounce that because I'm learning Korean right now. Well, it's working out as best as I can, but I can't. Anyway, this is going to be Millennium ToD here, playing on the Korean ladder, and who did he run across? He ran across this motivation guy, also known as our blue Zerg player in the bottom left-hand corner, LiquidSheth. So we got a ToD versus Sheth game here on the Korean ladder. ToD being from France and Sheth being from America, so there's probably going to be some latency issues with them because they're both playing on the Korean ladder. But hey, that's probably not going to be that big of a deal. It's probably most likely not going to affect the outcome of this game. So we will see how it turns out. This is xel'naga Caverns, which it's been known to be a little Terran favored at times, especially against Zerg, and with Protoss and Zerg, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal because you have very nice open here. You have very nice open entrance to the natural, of course, which can easily be deflected. You can easily channel Zerg units in through here with just force fields here and vice versa, and then you can block off the back path with 2 pylons. But once these rocks go down, that opens up an entire new path. There's really nice, long, big cliffs for drops and everything. So what's Sheth going to be doing here? He's going to be going for a 15 hatch, 14 or 14 hatch, 14 pool, or 15 pool, 14 gas, which is just a standard speedling opening. Sheth is kind of known for doing that. If I remember right, I think he might have been the first player to introduce this opening. I'm not 100% sure. Poor ToD, he's about to lose his. No, the probe lives, but I should probably feel bad for that drone. He's all like doing his thing. He's like, yeah, I'm just trying to live and mine some minerals. But then no, you have to go tase me, bro. And ToD going for a pylon straight into Nexus Forge Fast Expo. Usually you get the Forge down first and then you go for the Nexus, but I think I don't know what ToD's actually thinking because he doesn't see this hatch over here and he's going for the Nexus. So I don't know if that's really a smart choice because Sheth should be once Sheth scouts this, which is going to be very soon, he's going to know that he's going to be able to put on a lot of pressure because ToD's not going to have that much of an army. But Sheth will be able to pump out quite a few Zerglings, and he sees the expansion going right down now, and the Forge just finishing up Gateway. So now he's going to put a photon cannon right next to that Vespian geyser. I'm not sure if that's a complete wall off. Of course, there's always the chance of Lings being able to run through the mineral line down these 2 holes and right past the and right up the ramp here. As you see, Scott is now getting his gas, both gases at the same. Oh, excuse me, both gases at the same time, and you see here, Sheth looks like he might be putting on some pressure here. He's really known for, once he finds a weakness, he'll expose it really well. Photon cannon going down in the mineral line. So this is just going to make it a lot more hard for Sheth to get by because, you got crossfire here and then you got a crossfire there. And here comes Sheth Cybercore going down. Looks like he's found a nice little hole there. He's going to try and see if he can take out that Nexus. Photon cannon not done yet, getting in range there. He's testing the range of those cannons. He wants to see what can he get and what can't he get without any loss. Because he's lost a single Zergling so far. Second photon cannon finishes, and Sheth is just going to get out of there. It looks like he's going to retreat behind these bushes. Actually, no, he's just going to try and see if there's a way where he can get in. 10 more Lings on the way, as well as the hatchery. So I think Sheth is pretty committed to this pressure right now. ToD going in, he's trying to scout to see where those Lings are. Probe playing a little danger game there, almost encountering a single Zergling. Probe can usually get away from that, though. They're pretty fast little buggers. And I believe speed has finished now, yes, so Sheth has pretty nice, fast Lings. That Ling actually survived, shocker. I didn't expect it to live at all. 6 drones coming out here for Sheth, and he actually finds a hole in there. The sentry gets the force field off, but there are a nice handful of Lings inside of ToD's main, and they're going to go have some fun on this mineral line. Takes out 2 probes so far, and the third taking out all the gas. Now getting surrounded by the probes. The Lings are going to be cleaned up by the looks of it. How much was lost there? 5 for that exchange of Lings. It's a pretty good cost, especially. That's a pretty good trade, especially this early in the game, where every probe, every drone counts. So looks like Sheth, he might just stay around here, maintain map control, see whenever the Protoss player moves out, and he has connected his hatchery with his hatches with creep. Full 2 base production here coming out from Sheth. He's been getting his larva injects just spot on. Just watch it. Watch right now. Oh, come on, Sheth. You're making me look bad. You're making me look bad. Actually, he's making himself look bad by not getting this inject. Okay, we're not going to worry about his injects because he's actually paying attention up here. Come on, inject. There you go. See, he's on top of his injects. 3 gateways here coming up for Scott, so it's going to be, looks like a expo and some 4-gate pressure. And this is something we've been seeing a lot from Protoss, is just this early gateway pressure. At the beginning of StarCraft 2, when Protoss was, I'd say, the dominant race at the time, because no one had really figured out the mechanics of Terran and Zerg to its fullest extent yet. We'd see the same consistent Protoss deathball in the sense that a handful of sentries, a lot of majority stalkers, and then Colossus just in this huge ball. And Protoss was pretty turtly back then too. And we've seen that there's been a lot of shying away from that. As you can see, the Overlord here is going to get a scout in a minute. My mouth just decided not to work there for a second. Gonna go get a full scout here, and Sentry's gonna try and see what he can pick up. But what did he see? He didn't see anything. I'm not even sure if he saw the gateways. I'd assume no. But like I was saying though, like since the Destiny style Zerg play came out with a lot of infestors and Zerglings, Protoss has been having to improve. Same with Terran as well, when they've been exploiting the weaknesses of this death ball with EMP in particular. So now we're seeing Protoss evolve into this very gateway-centric army consisting of a lot more sentries, fewer stalkers, and more chargelets, and shying away from huge numbers of Colossus and into large numbers of High Templars. We can see the robotics facility is going down here for ToD. I don't know if he's going to try and get what you call those things, immortals, or most likely an observer, maybe even a war prism. That link goes down. He knows where the army is now. This Overlord just about to go down to this no, there's not supply block. Sheth. And the forward pylon has finished. Sheth gonna see if he can do some sort of run by, or he's just positioning his army for a good surround. Going up, no, just trying to chase ToD's army around. He doesn't really have much of an army to speak of right now. We have 5 spine crawlers coming up. Well, now 2. So we'll see how this happens. Cancels that pylon over there. Scouting Phoenix comes in. Gonna see everything as we see here. I think ToD might be anticipating roaches, just because Sheth, he's a little known for going roach. And of course he sees the macro hatch, but now the run by going there for Sheth, unable to get through though, mainly because of the that zealot warping right there. And I think Sheth is just trying to get a nice surround here. He's trying to get a good position going. I don't know if the Spire has been scouted yet. Where is it? Well, let's find out. No, the Spire has not been scouted, and Sheth, they're going to go try for that pylon, but unfortunately, oh man, those are great force tools right there. A single stalker trapped in, but now all these Zerglings are going to go down. Oh, this is not good at all. Even a hallucinated Phoenix for some reason. But oh man, you can just see that giant puddle of blood, which was once all Zerg units. That is not good for Sheth at all. A lot of supply and Zerglings have been lost there, and I think ToD's like, okay, I did some damage. I got him scared. Now I'm just going to head back. And you see Twilight Council coming up and more stalkers, so he might have a Blink Stalker build here coming up from ToD. Now Sheth, he's keeping his Zerglings around on the map, very active on the map, which is really good for Zerg players to do. That just makes sure that they are they're not going to be hit by any hidden pylons, and they're going to be able to make really easy counterattacks when the Protoss moves out. We've been seeing this again a lot from Zerg ever since this kind of like huge evolution of Zerg play came through with that Destiny style Infestor Zergling, and then later into a more Nest T kind of style with Roaches, Mutas, and Infestors, and of course the classic Ling Bling Muto, which is mainly used in ZVT, and this is really oversaturated there for Sheth. That's a kind of a shocker to me. He is going to get his third right now, so he's got plenty of drones to easily transfer over there and go for the gold as well. A lot of Lings here. They're just, they're being very active. The third, of course, being set up for ToD. I'm not sure if I mentioned that yet or not. Ling Run By here going to go try to see if they can deny the Nexus. Going to try and get a surround on the armory, see if they can do any damage. Nice force fields from ToD there, stopping the destruction of that Nexus. It would have gone down if not for those force fields. And here we have 11 mutas coming up here for Sheth. This is really good. This is also another part of that really big evolution of Zerg, which is kind of funny to say, I think, because Zerg revolves around all evolutionary traits. So yeah, I find that really cool because I'm a bio major, so like evolution is really cool to me, especially Zerg. That's why I really like the Zerg race. I don't play it because I'm crap at it. I'll just stick with Terran, 1A to win race, and yeah. And now we have these mutas. They're gonna go out. I think actually ToD might be expecting mutas at this point. He has got Blink almost done researching. He's got about 6 stalkers positioned here with 3 cannons actually. This is very vulnerable right now. No, actually those cannons will clean up any mutalisks. So as soon as Sheth sees how well guarded ToD is, he's just going to back off. And what are these probes doing? Probe stack. Now we realize he has to take out one of those cannons. That's not good at all. That can kind of just screw with your mentality a bit. Like earlier when Sheth exposed this hole here, that's a bit of ToD's mentality, thinking like, oh no, am I getting my my wall off right? I saw that he canceled this pylon originally because he put it right here. Not sure if that was a full wall off or not. It's these small little things that seem pretty insignificant, but they are actually really big in the whole grand scheme of things. It's just like, if you're constantly worrying about whether you got your wall off, you're gonna do something like completely block your mineral line so that your probes can't mine. Stuff like that. And you can see that Sheth is getting ready to do an assault on this third. There are 4 gateways coming up, 5 gateways coming up actually. 6 gateways coming up actually. Again, about that whole gateway heavy style. And I don't think Sheth will have any clear advantage on taking this third because there are 6 gateways making a really great wall off there. But what Sheth has over ToD, 4 bases, and one of those being a gold. If we actually look at the units as well, 95 drones, and I've been seeing him consistently drone up a lot. At least like 6 has been the minimum amount of drones I've seen in the production tab so far. And so not only is he going to be able to have static defense with this, with the constant production of spine crawlers, but he's great economy, and you can see a couple mutalisks being picked off there. Bad position there from Sheth. I think he might be trying to draw out ToD into an attack on on an open field like this. This is a really vulnerable place right here for when you're playing against her, just because great surrounds can come in from here and here, and maybe even here if you're hidden behind the rocks. So what else is coming up? We have level 2 weapons upgrade coming up here for Scott. Actually, no, level 3 weapons. And we have level 2 flyer attack as well as level 2 attack carapace and infestors on their way. So Sheth, he's going to have a very scary army composition. ToD getting ready to take his gold, but Sheth has had his gold for a while, and he's also taking a 5th right now. So you can see his main isn't even mined out. That's just how good Sheth is. He's really good. And this is actually a very scary force. I remember back in the day this was actually a really stupid force, but now they're going to blink right underneath the mutalisks. Going to go in for the run by, take out as much probes as possible, which is actually going to be quite a bit. These mutalisks going to be able to take out the cannons, and everything's cleaned up there by ToD, which is not looking good for Sheth at all. He did not have a good exchange in this. A lot of mutas going down as well. Those blink stalkers, man, they're good, and I love the positioning of this pylon right here, so you can blink up if need be. And the 4th now being established there from ToD, and yeah, he only lost 8. No, yeah, 8 probes in that exchange. That is not good at all for Sheth. And ToD, he smells the blood in the water. He's going to be going forward. Going to blink into the spine crawlers. Probably not the best idea, especially when there's infestors there. Great fungal growth going off on the stalkers. A lot of these are going to be taken out by spine crawlers. About a majority of those, that little handful, and these stalkers are stuck up there like, hey guys, what's going on here? And a lot of high Templar are in this composition as well. Looks like ToD is going to try and go for the production facilities. Well, not production facilities, but also the tech. Looks like he's going to go for the tech, and Sheth making a counterattack here. He's going to cut off this supply of reinforcements. There is no forward pylon at all for ToD, and huge warping going to have to be made at this third. He's not going for the probes though. He's going to go for the surround on the stalkers, and all these stalkers are going to fall. But what is ToD doing? ToD is actually committing to this attack. He's going to go try and take out the layer tech. We still have no production coming up from either of them. There are just two micro, and Sheth bringing all his spine crawlers down here. This is a great move. This is actually pretty much trapping ToD in, and another huge run by. Great storms going off, but a lot more probes are finally going down by Sheth. This is really good. This is exactly what Sheth needed, and storms even going down on the probes as well. Not exactly friendly to your own kind, and a lot of zealots going down right here as well. Stalkers finally being warped in the back. They're going to be able to clean up all of this, but now we have even more reinforcements here for Sheth coming in, and ToD goes down and he sees, holy crap, spine crawlers are everywhere. And he's going to try and see what he can do, but no, he's losing a lot of sentries that he had to put up a Guardian Shield, which he did not do. And he's going to blink out with all these stalkers, but he's leaving 5 High Templar and 5 sentries as well as 2 zealots in his base. And all these zealots, all these stalkers are going to get a huge surround by the Lings. Fungal growth going off. Half of that army has just been obliterated by Mutas, Lings, and Infestors. And there's the rest of the army. Archons are now being added because he needs that splash damage against the Mutalisks. Another spawning pool being added because he did lose his spawning pool in that attack, and level 1 missile attack coming up. I think that might either be for the Infested Terran, or Sheth might do tech switch into roaches. I don't see a roach warren anywhere around here, and again, this is just crazy. 5 full energy High Templar in there, 75, 200. That's 2, 3, 4 storms, I think. No, that is 3 storms right there. So 5 times 3, that's 15 storms right there. That's being denied because of this great static defense. That was a great move from Sheth, but he's moved the majority of that back into his gold, and he's making even more. 6 more Infestors coming up, and these Lings and Mutas, they are just relentless. They keep running by. They are not leaving this third alone. All the cannons are gone, so there's no defense here unless there's a warping, and I don't think ToD has enough gates to do a large warp, and he's going to depower these 4 gates. The warp prism is going to be revealed. I think he's going to need that to get these guys out, but it is lost. And now the Blink Stalker's finally doing some massive damage to those Mutalisks. Holy crap. This is just great. Now those Lings are on hold position. Now they're going to be like, oh wait, I don't want to get shot by a plasma gun, which is very painful. Plasma is a very powerful substance. And this Zealot is going to be able to do the block off, but, you know, there's not that much minerals. He could have just gone around there if he really wanted to. And now here's the main engagement in the middle. Infestors going down to those Archons, but, you know, just there's too much stuff for the Archons. The Mutalisks and Lings take those all out. These Infestors kind of walking around like, hey, look, I can do stuff too. Come on, I totally got a melee attack. Oh, I'm sorry, Infestor, you do not have a melee attack. Roach Warren is on its way. Actually, it's just about to done, so yes. Sheth is doing a tech switch into Roach. Little reconstitution being made, and that level 1 missile attack just about to finish right now, and 4 Roaches on the way. So, you know, ToD has been doing a really great job at, you know, keeping his defense, but he's running out of mining bases. This is the only mineral patches left for him, and this is his only really good mining base, which is just about to be destroyed. This is not looking good for ToD at all. Great surround with the Lings. These Infestors kind of in a bad position considering there's High Templar over here. Actually, quite a bit of High Templar. And these guys finally being elevated down here with the Warp Prism. You don't see that often, mainly because you don't see elevator action with a Warp Prism. And now these High Templar, I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe try and do an attack from back here, take out a lot of those Lings. And Sheth is just going in for the kill. Infested Terran goal down behind the Forge. Massive storms going off. Holy crap, the majority of those Lings were killed. Oh, I wish I could have seen that High Templar who did that. More storms going down. Oh man, Sheth is losing his entire army. He does see the Roaches in here though, and I don't know what he's going to think about that. Roaches are going to be able to take out these Stalkers. Not Blink Stalkers, but the Stalkers nonetheless. And ToD has absolutely no mining economy right now. He's 120 to 2,000. That is not in favor of the Protoss player at all. And Infestors walk among the Stalkers, and the Roaches are ready to go. Huge storm. Looks like all of that stuff for that was sitting in the main there is now back, and that's a lot of High Templar with full energy. Feedbacks go off. These infestors aren't going to be able to do anything, but it's roaches now. And, you know, great force fields here from ToD. This game is just crazy back and forth. Oh, a huge storm going off on those roaches as well. Nice surround with those roaches and trapping them into a storm. One more storm will finish them up. Jeez, there's so much storms. But then again, Sheth kind of brought this upon himself. Sheth is like, where did these guys come from? These guys are actually, thinking about it, probably in the base. And the infestors are going in. They have no energy. They can only do, I think, a single infested Terran. And all the storms are going to kill them. I don't know why they're... I think they're trying to draw the attacks of the High Templar. Feedback, and ToD leaves the game. No GG. Holy crap, that game was just... Okay, I thought for sure, when this attack was going on, I thought for sure Sheth was dead because he lost his spawning pool and his Spire, as well as layer tech. But no, he's just like, alright, layer here. He keeps so calm about it. And just tech switches into Roach and Infestor. Holy crap, talk about a crazy game. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that game as much as I enjoyed casting it. My name is Nerdcraft. Please subscribe to me. Please subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Just keeps me chugging. And also, if you want, you can follow me on Twitter. That is nerd_craft, or at nerd_craft. That you get a lot of updates about, you know, what I'm doing for casting wise, when I'm going to go live on my stream, which I haven't been able to do that often just because I've been having to study a lot, you know, tests and things like that. I usually do stream quite a bit on the weekends though. So yeah, my name is Nerdcraft. That's it. I am out.